Before even time began, my life was in His hands. He knows my name. He knows my every thought. He sees each tear that falls. He hears me when I call. I have a Father. He calls me His own. He'll never leave me, no matter where I go. He knows my name. He knows my every thought. He sees every tear that falls. He hears me when I call. He knows my name. He knows my every thought. Yes, Lord. He sees every tear that falls. He hears me when I call. He knows your name. He knows your every thought. He sees every tear that falls. He hears you when you call.
Welcome to all members and guests. We pray that God's presence will be with you in our worships together. Please complete the friendship pads and greet others seated near you. Those time visitors are invited to join us in our community gathering after worship and fellowship.
Church, the future of our church. I grew up here in First Church and have many, many wonderful memories. The majority of these memories include our very special guest today. Cindy Solom-Anderson wore many hats at First Church. Cindy was my carol choir teacher. She taught me songs that I teach my Cantico choir still today. Songs with important lessons, like why you can't get to heaven in a Kleenex box. Ask your kids if you're not sure why. Cindy directed our numerous Christmas programs and youth musicals. She was our youth group leader. I know that I have never forgotten sleeping over at Chuck E. Cheese and making our own pizzas and watching movies and getting up to play all the games over and over and over for free. My kids still are jealous of that, by the way. But above all, Cindy was my friend and a friend to every child whose life she touched here. Cindy was so much more to this church than I have mentioned, and we are very blessed that she is with us today. Thank you, Cindy, for celebrating the children of our church.
For the call to the gospel, I will be reading from the 10th chapter of Mark, verses 13 through 16. People were bringing little children to him in order that he might touch them, And the disciples spoke sternly to them. But when Jesus saw this, he was indignant, and said to them, "Let the little children come to me. Do not stop them, for it is to such as these that the kingdom of God belongs. Truly I tell you, whoever does not receive the kingdom of God as a little child will never enter it." And he took them up in his arms, laid his hands on them, and blessed them.
When the children came his way, before he could reach out to them and join them in their play, he rode a band of followers told the kids to go away. As the children come, don't dare drive them away. In the kingdom comes, hear the holy foolish things they say. Springtime on the countryside, the adults they'll become. So let the children come, please let the children come. All you give a child has a lifetime to try. Simple trusting faith they own, whose God is mystified. So the Lord invites us as his daughters and his sons. The kingdom is for children, so please let the children come. Let the children come. Their eyes are in the kingdom comes. Hear the holy foolish things they say. Springtime on the countryside, the adults will become. So let the children come. Please let the children come.
Please stand and join me responsibly in the call to worship. My heart is steadfast, O God, my heart is steadfast. I will sing and make music. I will praise you, O Lord, among the nations. I will sing of you among the people. For great is your love, reaching to the heavens. Your faithfulness reaches to the skies. Be exalted, O Lord, above the heavens. Let your glory be over all the earth.
If the children will now come forward, any that are out there, that are out there already.
Hi kids, I'm Heather and this is Parker and Kayla. We're going to be sharing with you during our time today. Parker has something in his pillowcase that I'll show you if you sit down nicely. You don't have to get up and you can turn your heads toward Parker. Ready? Let's count to 3. 1, 2, 3. Now, raise your hand if you can tell me what we might use this flashlight for. When you're in the dark, yeah? If the lights go out. Yeah, when it's dark. Yeah. Kayla?
Oh no, my driver will keep going. Stereo, everyone. I'll find it. Please find it. It's too dark.
So, do you think that we should turn the flashlight on?
Yeah.
Okay, on the count of 3, let's yell Parker's name. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Parker! The kids and I want you to let your light shine. That means you're going to need to turn the flashlight on.
Stereo, everyone. I'll find it.
What's the matter now? Why can't you see it? Anyone know why he can't see it? Yeah, he can't see it clearly. So on the count of 3, let's tell Parker's name again. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Parker! Parker, the kids and I feel that you need to let your light shine. You can't cover it up or hide it. Why don't you try taking the handkerchief off of the flashlight?
Stereo, everyone. I'll find it. I found it.
Okay. So kids, did you know that Jesus tells us in the Bible that you and you and you and all of us have lights that you need to let shine for the Lord? It's not a flashlight that Parker has. It's a light to let our light shine for God in our hearts. It's all the stories that you know and believe about Jesus. It's God's love for you. And Jesus says that to let our light shine means to tell others about God's love. We will be giving you a tattoo to take home today that will help you remember to let your light shine. But before we do, Kayla has some special announcements and she will lead us in prayer. Kayla.
Thank you, Heather. After the prayer, we need all the children to stay sitting right where they are. Dismissed by a trustee will be given at the Sunday school boards. Because it is Children's Sunday, there's no Sunday school today, which means everyone will be staying in church. Now let us close our hands and bow our heads for prayer. Help us to let our light shine for you, O Lord. It seems so simple, yet sometimes we forget to let our light, shine and share stories in love of you. We ask this and pray in Jesus' name. Amen.
With the children who started to come in the spring, they visited for a couple of Sundays and then they started coming every single Sunday for the last 3 months. And those children are Gabby Garcia and Michaela Garcia. Next year, they might be getting their 1-year pin. Keep coming. All right, the 1-year award goes to Alyssa and Caroline Kucharski.
The church where I was confirmed, and the church that allowed me opportunities to serve and to let my light shine. I have seen delight on the faces that are out there. So many new and wonderful faces, but so many that bring back memories. So many of you who had an integral part in shaping who I am, and so many who have left a heartprint on my life forever. I have seen delight in the number of responses from the questionnaires from both children, youth, and adults. This stuff is valuable stuff. You shared some awesome things, and it's my suggestion you pass it on to the new pastor, because there's at least a season's worth of good sermon material here. I have seen delight in the children and youth who shared and were worship leaders for us today. I have seen delight. No sermon needed. The children and youth have spoken. No applause. But I will take this opportunity to come to you today as a fellow child at First United Methodist Church to affirm this church family, to celebrate with you the children and the youth, and you allowing opportunities for them to not only serve, but to let their light shine. I come to you in my traditional 10th of the month in honor of Heather Buntrock, another person who these scriptures, she's exemplar of those, and has always served and given opportunities to let her light shine, and still does in so many different ways. But before I get started, won't you join me in a word of prayer? May the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable in thy sight, O Lord, my strength, my very rock, and my redeemer. And just put my little stone thing away here. But, you know, there's always been one song that has stuck out for me, both when I was here in South Bend, or I mean in Waukegan, I am. I didn't even drive here this week. But also when I was in South Bend, I would play it over and over again, and yes, I felt it had true meaning, but there was always one word that I wish I could have changed. I wish I could have rewritten that song. Here, let me let you listen to it yourself. Now, let's go on a little bit farther here and see exactly what Jesus meant by all those passages that were shared here today. And I'm going to start by needing a volunteer, a child from the, I saw your hand there. Too late, you put it down sheepishly as you saw my eyes approach. Follow me. I'm going to grab this here microphone. You can actually sit right there, if you'd like. Testing. Yes, this is good. Turn around here. Show us what your name is. Todd. And you are how old? 10 years old. Okay, Todd, you're just going to stand right here, look out at your family, your friends, your church family that supports you. And what I'm going to ask you to do is fall backwards and trust that a person you've never met before is going to catch you. Oh, he's a good sport. Okay, all I'm going to ask you to do is keep your head forward. You're going to go ahead and cross up your arms. There we go. You're going to try to keep those legs straight. And on the count of 3, you can join in with me. You're just going to fall straight back, and I will catch you. How's that face look? All right. Count with me to 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. A little step. Would you like to try that again? Oh, even slower. Step forward just a little bit there. On the count of 3. Let's give him some support here, folks. Ready? 1, 2, 3. That's what I think Jesus was talking about when he said, come with that childlike faith. That faith to know, without looking back, that you can just fall back and know that God is there, that God will catch us, that God will be with us. I did a little hand sign here from the audience. If you think I would have done that with an adult, do you think they would have been better at that trust fall than our handsome gentleman who tried it? Worse than the handsome gentleman? You have no idea what is going on. On the count of 3, show me your hands. 1, 2, 3. Oh, where is your trusting adult? Okay, hands down. But you know what? I think you're absolutely right. Because adults would have started to question, is she able to catch me? There would have been questions coming. There would have been doubts coming in. There would have been that lack of control, like, well, I just want to know who's catching me, and I want to be in control of mine. Isn't that the same thing with God in our lives? Doesn't it come to that point when we get into trouble and suffer and forget us? It's because questions start to seep in. Doubts kind of come into play, and we kind of have to give up control. We don't have that full control. So I think that might be what Jesus was talking about when he said, you need to come with that childlike faith. The other thing is delight. Sometimes children just experience the best delight. Again, we got to use our fingers, fellas. 1 for the lowest, 5 for the highest. When you felt the weather this morning, how excited were you? How much delight filled your life? 1 would be the lowest, 5 is the highest. Okay, show me your fingers, show me your fingers. Very good. Okay, hands down. How many of you, when you heard that I was coming, just felt delight? Show me your fingers. You can actually put your hands up. Okay, hands down. How many of you, when you heard there was a chocolate fountain downstairs? Tracy Davis needs to put her feet down. That's what I'm talking about. It's that kind of pure delight that Jesus is talking about. You know, you probably have seen some of the slides going from some of the children and youth and their answers. Some of the questions that came back were awesome, as well as the things they said. But you adults did a really good job too. And I just wanted to highlight some of those. And I think there we go. What's your favorite sight or experience with children in the church? So many of them were great, but I just wanted to highlight a couple of them. Children's minutes, children's choirs, energy in the church building. I agree with that. There's a special energy with children. The youth reporting after mission trips. Ministries where adults were given opportunities to connect with children. Quite a few people listed. Bible buddies, vacation Bible school, confirmation dinners. things where they had an opportunity to work with a child or a youth, and they could feel those vibes, and that was good for them. What is the most important thing First Church can teach or give or allow children to come? Some of the answers were, well, first I'll interject, you did awesome. Hey, this could go into a book of what you should do because you were right on target. You were hitting 70 points right on the head. Okay, and some of those things were welcoming, a very welcoming church for them, a friendly church, allowed to be involved. That's very critical. Know and experience the love of God. Know and sense a need to serve others. Love and believe in who they are. And there's quite a few other ones that were included in there too. But I kind of want to close by sharing my little Bible here. I think says it all. What Jesus was saying is that, you know, we can believe that there's a God, and we can come to church on our Sundays or our Easters or whatever it is, but you know, that would be like the Bible being just a blank book. In my case, I've got a coloring book because it's more my level. But you know what Jesus said is you need to be active in the church, in your families. You need to study the stories, read in the Bible, find out all the things that Jesus says. And then all of a sudden, you will believe them. You will know them. And you'll see how they start to make a connection in your life. But Jesus wants us to do one more thing, and it's so important. Jesus wants us to share. Jesus wants us to allow opportunities to let our light shine. That can be through teaching and players, through teaching Sunday schools, through being mentors, Bible buddies, just being there, just supporting. But when that happens, all of a sudden, everything takes on a new life, a new color. It is different. You may not recognize it, but it will be different in your life. That's what I have seen First Church do throughout the years, is allow opportunities for kids to do their thing. And not only have adults gotten things back from it, but they also then have their disciples and that are teaching and giving to the future generations. What's going to happen next is our offering, and so I'm about to invite the ushers to come forward, and I'm going to ask you that if, you know, there's many ways that you can give back. One is through your time, one is through your talents, your services, and one is through the offering. And yes, I want you to get out all your stuff right now, because during the offertory, we're going to have a slideshow right up here showing some of the faces of your children and your youth. And you'll want to be able to do that while you kind of hit the plate as it goes by. So at this time, I'm going to invite Marcus Jameson to come forward to share. The song is called You Raise Me Up. And just enjoy and know that you have done well. Ushers, you may come forward.
I started switching. Just on the answers.
I am down and know my soul's weary. When troubles come and my heart burdens me, then I will still waiting in silence until you come and sit a while. brings me on to another than I can be.
Bible School announcement. Oh, I'm sorry. Coming up to the microphone. Official one.
Hi, it's me again. VBS is coming, and it's coming very fast. We will be taking the plunge July 30th through August 3rd from 6 to 8 p.m. at night. Registration starts today, so see me downstairs. It's $7 per child. The first 20 get a prize. You don't want to miss out. You don't want your child sad that they don't get a prize. So come see me.
Nice.
And we still need parent volunteers. Please, please, please help support the children. We really need your help. So please, it doesn't look really good, but I can read it, so I'm sure you can. So please fill it out and give that to me. I really need volunteers. Thank you.
All right. And Ann White has an announcement.
As some of you already know, it's with my deepest regret to let you know that Velma Frazee passed away Thursday night. And she was with her family during this time. So we should be thankful for that. And it was a life of dignity, and I'm sure that's how she wanted to end that way too. We're going to have a celebration of life for her, and her funeral will be Tuesday at 1:30 here at church. Prior to that, visitation will be at 12:30 here, and also on Monday night at Salata Funeral Home in Gurney, and that will be from 5 to 8 p.m. Thank you.
Hey, anyone else need to make an announcement? Oh, there is a chocolate fountain downstairs. There's no lie about that. At this time, we'd like to invite Lauren Bunchak to come forward for the recognition of children's choir directors.
As I review back my life, and I think the secret is out that we all really are children. And one of the important things that we get to recreate as children of God and children of our church, is that we get to recreate what we did when we were young. And it's very, very fortunate that we have in the leadership of our children's choirs, those children that are still here, that learned to come up with these steps when they were very young. They simply switched. They're down here. Children are down here doing and creating those opportunities. So today, we get to celebrate that gift that this church has in our midst, and that we are continuing to give one to another. So I would like to ask Tracy Davies to come up. Tracy's our chair choir director, very small book. Heidi and her sidekick Jennifer. And one more child that works with the older children. Sherry, would you please come up with our belt choir? Sherry, we love you. I'll see you later because the chocolate fountain is calling. Well, we thank you so much for the wonderful ministry that we're allowed to continue here at First Church with our children's choirs. Thank you.
And yes, you're not getting rid of me that quick either, because I want to pick this up that fell off and share with you basically what Lauren had shared. I'm going to use the choir directors as an example because they represent what so many before them have done, what so many are presently doing, and what so many children and youth to come will end up doing. And that's in their families and in their church family, they allow them the opportunities to become involved, to serve, and to let their light shine. And yes, they have come back. And they are touching children and youth's lives now and allowing opportunities for them to let their light shine. So, I know Lauren said that they used to go up those steps, but I thought you might like to see a couple shots of them when they
Oh, nice.
I have my husband paying for tomatoes and there are nuts, so everything is wrong. Okay, action. Action. I can see the chance sabotage. Don't you hate when that happens? Okay, how about my hand? Okay, there we go. Isn't that good, Jennifer? There's Heidi. There's Tiffany. Tracy had already gotten too old at this point. No, I didn't mean it in a good sense. She was pursuing other things, but wait. Tracy was always very active in the youth group, and she was just really there to do anything you ask. She was helping at a vacation Bible school, and there she is. She's behind the lady with the funny hat there, and she was one of our leaders and helpers. There she is studying her part. No, Anthony, not you. It's Tracy. That's the one I was getting at. Yeah. She served at Chuck E. Cheese, and this was for free. If we eventually got her job there, okay. You know, and here she is. She's studying up for one of those silly dramas we did. Oh, who's peeking through it? Because Tiffany looks so now. And she was active helping out in another area in the church on that one. Tiffany was always there to give somebody a lift. And here's little breadbone traveling. Yes, and here she is. Oh my gosh, she's teeping Mike Reimer's room. Actually, we did that in celebration. He had won his hockey game, but she was kind of in the middle there. And Heidi was always along for the ride, if you can see there. And she was incognito in the carol choir, but she always tried to sneak into the youth things because she wasn't quite old enough at that point in there. But the entire Bertrand family is very talented and always allowed opportunities to let their light shine. And here's almost the whole group there singing at Crop Walk. You'll see Heidi in the back and Tracy and Tiffany. And Jennifer always shied away from my camera. That's why we couldn't get too many of Jennifer, but she never shied away from helping out, from saying yes, to being a leader. Jennifer always tried to get me to be sophisticated. And of course, Tiffany tried to get me to sing better. That didn't work. Tracy tried to get me to stop babbling. Well, you be the judge, folks. All of them tried to teach me to dance, but I was actually much better at the trust fall. But sure, I'm going to go ahead and take this moment to invite the choirs, the children and the youth to come on up quietly. I'll keep on talking here for the closing song, this little light of mine. I want to mention two other individuals that I invited to come today to share. Little Eric Johnson was once very active in the First United Methodist Church of South Bend, Indiana. Again, given opportunities to serve and to let his little light shine, he did just that. And today, he was willing to come and to share with you. Eric also just gave a gift, a tremendous gift, to his sister less than 6 months ago. He was a kidney donor for his sister who had lupus. Thank goodness and that both of them are doing well at this time. The other gentleman that I asked to come sing was once little Marcus Jameson. Once again, very active at First United Methodist Church, never hesitates to let his little light shine. And I hope that this shows you the true testament of individuals that were even now residing in Toledo, Ohio, that they were willing to come, shows not only their faith, but also their belief in how important it is to allow children the opportunities to let their light shine. And I think it's only fitting today that in our closing song, we allow the choir directors, as representative of those once children in the church, to let their light shine again, to allow these gentlemen a chance. But one other thing, the song is different. It's going to start with two solos. Two kids who have never met before today are coming together to share the same song and give you the same message to all of us. Tracy Davies' son, Tyler, wave at the crowd there. Tyler, why don't you come on up to the microphone? And my daughter, Anna Adamson. If you want to scoot to the front there, you would think they were shy of microphones or something. But we're going to start with them, knowing that God's church is bigger than within these walls. God's church is bigger than within this state. We all can share the same message. After they finish singing, we're inviting the children to join in singing, and then we're going to invite you, the congregation, to come to sing with us. I have some index cards right back there. Okay. Too many gadgets, sorry about that.
I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine.
forth, believing, trusting,